I have no clue what happened, y'all. The broadcast just stopped, so I apologize about that. Hopefully everybody come back. Don't leave me. I missed him. Yeah, we back. I don't know what happened, y'all. My bad. Yeah, stream. I don't know what happened, Alpha. It may have been my internet. I'm sorry. Why? Did you call her on FaceTime? Yeah, I got it. It's because I'm streaming. Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bizzle. I was dared by Goku to reach 1,600 subscribers. What's up? Imagine the mods, people. I'm not getting into mods. There's no need for mods. I think that ruins the game sometimes. Like, I know people are gonna mod it on Steam, but I don't like. I don't know. People got what they like. I just don't care for the mods, like the mod community. In some games, I know they'll probably just mod it to where somebody else is a playable character and stuff like that. So that'll be interesting to see. GT. And see, that's the question that's actually probably what I'll talk about tomorrow is GT. Man, I hope I can reach 9K. If as many people watch the video, subscribe to the channel, we could be way above 9K. Because according to my analytics, about 45% of the people that watch the videos aren't even subscribed to the channel. So for those of y'all who are, I appreciate it. But the thing about subscribers, and this is just a YouTube thing, is you don't want people subscribed to your channel that's not watching your videos. Like, you don't want that, because what ends up happening is you have people that I mean, there's no good having subscribers without viewers. I mean, especially when you're looking into brand deals and different stuff like that. It still doesn't matter. Like, brand, they want to see, yeah, your brand deals. They want to see who's watching your channel as far as subscriber count, but they also want to look at the views and stuff like that. Imagine flying around a Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That would be dope. Like, they could have some GT DLC because even though Toriyama wasn't involved with GT, you know, what Dragon Ball game hasn't had GT characters, you know? And it's not a movie-based thing. The only thing good about GT is Super Saiyan 4. I disagree with that. People bash GT. What's up, Vegeta? Weaklings. What's up there, weaklings? Super is going to be a sequence. Could be. GT, I can see Super and GT being in the game. They are. I'm gonna put it like this. They're gonna have to do something to get longevity in the game. They're gonna have to. Y'all know what I'm gonna do, man. I'm finna go and let computer fight each other, and that way I can focus on talking. GT, in my opinion, was a combination of Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball. I think the reason I like GT so much was because I like Dragon Ball so much, because Dragon Ball was a lot about exploration, and GT was too. I mean, they did a lot of exploration in GT, and I thought that was really, really cool. And then on top of that, you had the fighting and stuff. I think the reason GT got such a bad rap was because it came after Z. So you had people who, yeah, I'm gonna just let computer fight. I can't do that. Are you serious? Well, that's lame. Oh man, I thought I could just let computer fight. Anyway, the reason GT is because it came after Z, and in Dragon Ball Z we had a lot of fan service type stuff. I mean, but I like all of it. Anything. I'm not a big fan of Dragon Ball Heroes though. I'm not a big fan of that. I hope the game will have the theme of every series, like GT theme when you free roaming and stuff. DBZ is the best. And that's another question. So why does the game start with Dragon Ball Z and not Dragon Ball? I'm gonna tell y'all, if you haven't watched Dragon Ball, I implore you to go watch Dragon Ball. GT was decent. It was not good, but at the same time, it was fun to watch. GT, if I had to rank them between Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super, GT would be the last. I'm not gonna lie, but that's not saying that GT was bad. I like GT. I think GT was pretty decent. It was pretty good in my opinion. But Dragon Ball was awesome. If y'all hadn't watched Dragon Ball, y'all need to go watch Dragon Ball first, and then watch GT. I mean, yeah, and then watch GT. You kind of get the feel for what's going on there. The original Dragon Ball is the worst. What? No. Dragon Ball is good. I don't know what y'all talking about. I can't wait to see what they show at Gamescom. Like 2 hours ago. Oh, okay. You just finished watching it 2 hours ago. Yeah, Dragon Ball was great, man. Dragon Ball is good. It's very underrated. I say GT gets more hate than it deserves, to be honest. And as bad as people say, yeah, GT does get a lot of hate. That's just being real. The original DB is the best. Yeah. Yeah, Dragon Ball was really good. They do need a Dragon Ball game. It would be so cool. I think that with Dragon Ball Kakarot, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, they could have had more longevity to the game. And I'm speaking ahead of time because, of course, we don't know the how long the game's gonna be. But it's like this. People imagine if we started from Dragon Ball and worked our way up. So like that mobile game, yeah, is it what's the name of it? I think it's called Dragon Ball Z The Strongest Warrior or something like that. It starts from Dragon Ball and you basically go all the way up to Dragon Ball Z and that's where it ends. Do you think we'll have replayability once the game? So King, I hope so, man. I hope so because that is going to be the make or break for this game is how the end game is going to be. In RPGs, end game is so important. If they mess up the end game, and I don't even know if a new game plus would suffice for an end game. I don't know. That's tough. Dragon Ball spin-off dealing around Vegeta. I said the same thing, Nova. Matter of fact, y'all, we actually even did a video about that, talking about Vegeta's. Like if they did an anime or even a video game based off of Vegeta's whole thing. Kakarot does not start at Dragon Ball. That's already been confirmed. There will be some homages to Dragon Ball, but it's not. They're not gonna. The game isn't based on that, so. It's not. You're not gonna start out. I don't know if you'll start out like they may do a prologue with Dragon Ball, but the game doesn't. You're not gonna play a lot of Dragon Ball in the game. Dragon Ball Vegeta. Yeah, I thought about that too, man. Dragon Ball Vegeta would be really good. Like I would love to see a spin-off of like what Vegeta starting as a kid and stuff. That would be dope. That series would sell like hotcakes, man. If I had the animation and stuff, I would do that. Like if I had the animation skills, I'd get with some of these big time YouTubers that's doing the animation and stuff like that and make it happen, dude. Cell Saga would be dope. Yeah. If they, well, I ain't gonna say if it goes to the Android Saga. Trunks will be a playable character. Trunks will be a playable character because he played a prominent role. First of all, he fought against Frieza, and then at the end of the Cell Saga, he went back in time and fought against the androids. What I would like is like a History of Trunks story mode. That would be dope. Even though, well, the History of Trunks, that's the thing. They said no movie characters. History of Trunks wasn't a movie. It was a TV special. Same thing with the Bardock special. Dragon Ball Vegeta, Dragon Ball Yamcha, Dragon Ball Yamcha. Thanks, guys. Thanks for subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button and get to see some more of me, Yamcha. It's so sad that Dragon Ball Super did not come back in July. Yeah, it'll come back though. I mean, put it like this: they're in the Tokyo Olympics. they're dedicating it. Like Goku is the like the honor or something like that, guy of honor or something like that. If Broly was in the game, Broly was a movie character though. Wait, why do animated video game commentators normally make the characters you're supposed to be with win with the enemy? I don't know. I don't know why they do that. Like in times where they lost and stuff, I don't know. I would like to Vegeta first and Vegeta second. What the ancient Saiyan history, dude. I'm gonna put it like this: Super opened the door for there to be so much exploration for Dragon Ball. Now I'm not talking about Dragon Ball Heroes. I think Dragon Ball Heroes would have been decent, but they kind of rush stuff, in my opinion. Like, and they kind of go a lot of fan service type stuff with Super Saiyan 4, Broly type, all that kind of stuff. I don't get down with that. Playing as Vegito, see, I don't think Vegito would be a playable character because he only fought against Majin Buu and it wasn't a very long fight. I think that Goku would be a playable character and at some point you would be able to fuse. Now going forward, would you be able to fuse? I don't know, but that would be pretty cool. I wonder how they're gonna do that in the game. And oh yeah, that's why I was talking about transformations. DBZ mods, what's up? So transformations, y'all saw the video that I showed the screenshot of them transforming or Goku. Alec, what's up? He said shut up. Anyway, y'all seen the screenshot of that. So the surge mechanic isn't tied to transformations because Goku was already a Super Saiyan and then he kind of powered up more in the surge, and I like that they put that in the game because how many times have we seen Goku and them fighting and they actually power up like that? Like he's already Super Saiyan and then he gets angry and he rages in a sense or something like that. That would be dope. That's dope. No, it wasn't after a cutscene. I don't think it was after a cutscene. If you go back and watch it, it's the surge. I believe that's the surge. What the surge will look like whenever you're a Super Saiyan. But we'll see when it comes out. I don't know what it's actual game, so I messed up my name. Why you say? Oh, see, you got Android 17 beat me up. Broly kind of canon because weeks. It was in the weeks. But Broly is a movie character. I'm not saying he's not canon. It's not a debate if he's canon or not. It's the fact that he's a movie character. Hercule could be a playable character, huh? What happened? Well, it shows like all together. It don't show like everything. Raptor, what's up? I think Hercule could be maybe a support character in the game. I don't see him being playable because he didn't much revolve around him. Dragon Ball Z Legend of the Super Saiyan RPG Maker game is really complete. If Kakarot be like that in history, is gonna be amazing. It's gonna be good. That ain't no doubt. When do you see the demo coming? I would say yeah, probably holiday season because I believe the game is gonna release in January. If not January, then it's gonna be early February, maybe around February 15th or 16th. Is the former with a shotgun playable? Bro, I wish. Like, dude, wouldn't it be cool to have some of Team 4 Stars guys do some stuff in the game? Like, that would be really, really funny. I know they not because they want to keep it, like, realistic, but still. Do I think Busaka will be in the game? Raptor, yes. I actually do believe that Busaka is going to be in the game. My thing with the Cell and the Busaka being in the game, it's either going to be in the game on release or it's going to be DLC. Part of me, honestly, thinks it's going to be DLC. If it's in the game, I'll be surprised. I think they're going to go the route of DLC. Because think about this game plan that they'll have DLC and then it'll be playable characters. You know, you'll have like a DLC pack for the Buu Saga and then you'll have like new playable characters, new support characters. I can see all that stuff being DLC because if they don't do that, you have to ask the question, what's going to be DLC? That's just being realistic. I wish we can spam the transformation to try to get to Super Saiyan state. I just get. See, so Imperfect Cell, I want that fight. Free DLC, I doubt it. Bandai ain't doing no free DLC. They may do free updates, but And hey, the game may not have DLC at all. That is possible. I mean, there's been some games that just didn't have DLC. I don't see it happening because if you look at even the Z orbs, I think you'll even be able to purchase those possibly, just like the TP medals and Xenoverse and stuff. But I don't see them. If they're gonna have DLC, I don't think it's gonna be free. But it is possible that they could not have any DLC for the game. I don't think so because Bandai's made a lot of money off DLC, but we'll see. I need more subs. I do, man. Characters probably. Yeah, but the characters go along with the saga, so you have to ask yourself like maybe I don't know. I mean, if anything, what if they make some of the support characters playable characters through DLC? That's possible. That I could see that happening as well. There's a lot of possibilities. My ideal situation, my ideal situation would be to have game go all the way up to the Boo Saga, which I think it will, and then have Dragon Ball Super and possibly GT as DLC. I don't know if they'll do movie characters as DLC though, because they don't. Cyber Connect 2, they didn't even do movie characters with the Naruto games, so that's just tough right there to say that. But that's the thing though. Movie characters are so big in Dragon Ball that it's kind of tough to picture a Dragon Ball game without movie characters. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to picture a Dragon Ball game without Broly in it, without Janemba, without Gogeta. You know. See, Vegeta's my favorite character though. Like that's if my favorite character is Vegeta. I love Vegeta, dude. My favorite Vegeta moment was when Vegeta fought Pui Pui in the Majin Buu saga. I want Majin Buu saga so I can fight Pui Pui, and blast him to oblivion. Like I hope they put that whole cutscene in there and everything. I really don't want Super to be DLC. Save that. No, you don't want to say that for the sequel, dude. Listen to what you're saying, man. This game is gonna have to last 2 to 3 years. And here's the thing, even if Super is DLC, they can still put it in the sequel of the game because Super is coming back, so they're going to have more stuff to do with Super. You see what I'm saying? So yes, you want Super in this game. That's going to help the sales. Yeah, you want Super in the game. Don't say you don't want that. That's going to help the sales. Huh? If they put Super in the game. Dragon Ball could potentially be DLC. Who? Yeah, she alright. She let herself go. Cause I can see them doing Dragon Ball as DLC. That's a possibility as well. But you want them to put as much stuff as they can. Kakarot 2 Super History. Nah, it may just be called Dragon Ball Z Kakarot 2 and then they just add more stuff to it. Or they could go back. Some games go back in time where they do like they'll probably do starting at Dragon Ball or something like that. I don't know. It may not even be a part 2 to this game. It may not even be a sequel. It's tough to do sequels to games like this because what do? You know what I'm saying? Everybody wants it to go up to Majin Buu, but you have to ask yourself if it goes up to Buu, what's going to be the sequel if they put Super as DLC, and people gonna want to play Super. Where Super's been out for what 3 years or more, it makes sense. It wouldn't make Super in the game, but if they didn't and it was a sequel, then yeah, I mean I could see that happening. Super Evolution is not an anime exclusive. It was in the manga too. They just didn't call it Evolution. It was kind of like Vegeta's. It was similar to like a Kaioken kind of power up, is what I was told. Battle of Gods and Resurrection F was in Dragon Ball Z. That is incorrect. Fire. Resurrection F and those were movies. The story was played out in Dragon Ball Super anime. It was even Dragon Ball Super in the anime and in the manga. So that's kind of the red tape thing. It's like, well, do you put Resurrection F and stuff in the game? Well, they were movie characters, so if they're going to be in the game is based off the anime and the manga. Resurrection F and Battle of Gods was played out in Dragon Ball Super, even though the movies was titled Dragon Ball Z. Either have Super for DLC and no sequel, or not have Super for DLC. They gonna have a sequel if the game sell well enough. It's gonna be a sequel. You can have Super in the game and still have a sequel. Perfect example. Look at Xenoverse. Xenoverse 1 had Dragon Ball Super characters in it, and it still had a sequel. This is what people have to understand about sequels. Sequels are made to improve the game. You can have the same story, but you can have different elements of the game. For a perfect example, a sequel could make the non-playable characters playable. And if depending on the time frame that the sequel comes out, you could have a longer saga in Dragon Ball Super, the Super part of it. Because right now, if the game comes out, Super is just going to go up to the Tournament of Power. Whereas we know that Dragon Ball Super anime is coming back out. The manga has already started. So you see what I'm saying? There's going to be more stuff to put in the game. Plus, they can make the game start at Dragon Ball. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of potential with the sequel. Improving gameplay and stuff like that. I know people will complain, oh, it's the same old story. You know, whatever. Don't buy it. But also, too, with a sequel, they could make it to where they could kind of combine it with the Xenoverse thing where you create your own character and play through the Dragon Ball Z saga or something like that. That's possible as well. They could add multiplayer to the game. You know, the potential is out there for a sequel, but man, I'm not worried about a sequel right now. We got to focus on the main game. You don't like the shiny look? That's interesting. When the Ginyu Force shows up, I hope they're Ginyu Force rule theme statues. I hope the game is high speed. Okay. Dragon Ball Evolution is the worst. That's true. Yeah, Dragon Ball Evolution, they wrong for that. Stick to the animated movies. And so, like, okay, so what I want to talk about is how they've taken from all these other Dragon Ball games. I did a video a long time ago, it was years ago, talking about the perfect Dragon Ball game, how we always get a Dragon Ball game and it's like, why didn't they put this in there? Why didn't they put that in there? This game, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, is basically that. Everything that we've missed in a game. You have the orbs, which is just like Dokkan Battle and Dragon Ball Legends, and then you have boo, I love that. Look at that. That's the type of stuff we're gonna see in Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That's dope. The characters look too shiny? Oh, on Xenoverse? Yeah. I don't know. The animation looks good on Kakarot. So this is the biggest thing that people talk about. That, well, not the biggest thing, but they talk about the game looks better. Dragon Ball Fighters looks better than Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, graphic wise. It is. Vegeta 33, I agree. This is the Dragon Ball game we have wanted for years. So this is my question. I want to know what y'all think. Which graphics look better? Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or Dragon Ball Fighters? I personally think it's extremely close. What do I think the pre-order bonus will be? That depends on what the game is gonna be. Like, it depends if the sagas and stuff are all the sagas are there at release. What's up, B-Man? Speaking of B-Man, me and him are gonna be linking up. He's gonna be doing the next collaboration with me, so I'll let y'all know when that's gonna happen, so y'all can check that out. They made Storm. I know what Storm looked like. I know, so I like CyberConnect's 2 animation. Don't get me wrong, Fighter Z looks really, really good. It's tough, man. It's almost a tie, man. It's almost a tie. They both look really good. The shading, the lighting, and everything. But I don't know. This looks just like the anime. Like, look, the other one do too, though. So yeah, they both right in their own right. I agree with that. Kakarot cutscenes are beautiful. They are. Nahum, what's up, man? Has the Dragon Ball Super Broly to it and looks more anime like. I say Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. The cutscenes now, Cyber Connect 2, they cold on the cutscenes. They go all the way back to a Asura's Wrath. I love they cutscenes. Like I think that's what's gonna capture people so much in the game is the little things in the cutscenes. I'm ready for the DLC because we don't know, but you don't even know what the DLC will be though. We don't even know that yet. I don't really follow DBZ, but is there an open world one? Yeah, so Night God is on my channel from Madden when I used to do Madden videos, y'all. So Night God, yeah, this next Dragon Ball game that's coming out, it's an action RPG. It's not open world per se, but it is like open free roam sandbox. You have a lot of different places you can go, and within those stages, it's like an open world. So it's just check it out. I think you'll like it. They're putting canon stuff in the game. Yeah, fire. So Akira Toriyama is working with them on this game. So yeah, it's gonna be canon, and there's gonna be some stuff that's not canon. Like I said, some of those backstories that we haven't heard about. I hope they keep the QuickTime events to a minimum. Okay, so QuickTime events can be done bad, but if you've ever played a CyberConnect 2 game, their QuickTime events are done really well. They're really well integrated into the fighting and the cinematics. It almost makes it seamless. Like CyberConnect 2's, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to hear y'all's opinion on that too for those of y'all who's played the Naruto games. Their cinematic cutscenes makes it seamless. So like I'm fighting and then I do something that generates a QuickTime event into a cinematic, and it's seamless, man. It is seamless, and it's a beautiful thing. They doing really well. That's probably the best I've seen QuickTime events done in a game was from CyberConnect 2. So as far as like the lore, the extra lore, I don't think we'll get to go to Yardrat. I think what they mean by unexplained lore is basically kind of extending some of the story. Like for example, Gohan training with Piccolo type stuff. Now, if we got to go to Yardrat, that would be cool, but he would basically have to add to the story for something like that. I don't see them doing that. I think they'll just show some stuff that we weren't shown in the anime that we had questions about and stuff like that. Me typing about DLC, someone telling me it's not possible. DLC is possible. It's hit up one trick pony. Oh my god, the cutscenes look so god tier. Yes. As far as the anime game, yeah, they cutscenes, dude, look good, and they're gonna be seamless type cutscenes. That's what you want. You want those seamless cutscenes. Oh, see, I didn't know that about Sagas. I didn't know they went to Yardrat. I mean, they could put Yardrat in here. I would love for them to. That would be dope. That's what I say, Fire. I think if they do have DLC, the original release date, they never said what the original release date was. They said that it was supposed to be 2019. So normally they release their Dragon Ball games in September or November is when the past Dragon Ball games have released. And then if it's in early in the year, it's in January or February. I want those QuickTime events like flashbacks. Yeah, those are pretty cool too, Nick. Beam Clash, Battlefield Destruction. We have so much more to see. Yeah, we do. They haven't even showed training yet, man. I hope the DLC is super content. I hope the DLC is super as well, since they confirmed super. I'm really moving it. So I'm telling you, that's what you want. You're gonna want the DLC to be like Dragon Ball Super and possibly GT. You want the full Z saga in the game, all the way up to Boo, and then you want the DLC to be Dragon Ball Super or Dragon Ball GT or both. QuickTime events that I failed on cause me to start. See, okay, so the way that they do their QuickTime events, it don't make you start the fight over. They kind of give you multiple chances to perform the QuickTime event until you pass it. I don't like that much, but I understand you need to advance the story, so I get that. I hope the game comes, they release a new trailer. I think they will, Daniel. I think they will do a trailer at Gamescom. I think they'll do a trailer. I think we'll get a trailer and a release date at Gamescom. They got a customer in me too, Nick. Besides Goku, hearing instant transmission, Untold. Well, Untold Story is like I said, like with Gohan training with Piccolo, they may add like some extra scenes and stuff like that to the game, you know. And then they talked about with Ader and Nom, like seeing some of the old Dragon Ball characters and stuff like that, some homages to them. That's the type stuff that they're talking about. They said around January or February 2019, but since the delay, it would be in 2020. No. This game wasn't even almost. This game wasn't announced till January. It wasn't supposed to come out till holiday, November-ish. And they pushed it back to 2020, early 2020. So I'm expecting January or February release. What's up, Jetpack Matt? What's an awesome name? I want to see Goku versus Majin Vegeta. I think we all want to see that. Nathan, what's up, man? I'm thinking late January, no later than February 16th. I'm glad they pushed it back too, B man, because I wanted the game. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted the game. However, them pushing it back, that's always a good thing because you know the game is still coming out. What's up, Ronald? But the fact that they pushed it back, that's a good thing, because they need to work on the game to make sure everything is good. You fine, man. It ain't gonna be March. It's gonna be January or February. They've never released a Dragon Ball game in March, from my understanding. That boy Goku got that Bruce Lee 1-inch punch. I don't think it'll be March. March is way too late. And I know if you look on Best Buy, GameStop, Amazon, they say March 31st. That's called a placeholder date. I used to work at GameStop. Placeholder dates mean that's the latest that it'll come out by them saying early 2019. That's the last date. It's technically 2019. I mean early 2020 or whatever. After March, then it's considered spring of 2020. So I say yeah, mid to late February. And I personally think it's gonna be January. I yeah. The big question is, do they know the release date? That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Do they know and they just not telling us yet? That's possible. But if they don't know the release date yet, then it's kind of like, what's the holdup? You know what I'm saying? If it's one thing I learned from CC2 that y'all want to keep all their work accurate. Yeah, they do. And that's the producer. So this is the big thing. The guy that's working on the game, the producer, the main producer, director of the game, he is a huge Dragon Ball fan. Do you think we'll be able to transform in free time? I hope so. I don't know how, because I didn't see on the main screen like a button mechanic to be able to transform, nor do I see a reason why we should be able to transform in free roam, so I don't think that we will. But it would be cool if we did. New ideas can change things. Arion, you want to know why what I think they pushed the game back was because they did get a lot of backlash for people only seeing Frieza and stuff. Even though it's early and they're not going to show everything about the game in the first trailer, but a lot of people made it very clear that they didn't want the game to go to Frieza. Plus, they have Code Vein coming out, and then next year in the Olympics, the Winter Olympics next year or whatever, Tokyo, Goku is supposed to be like the main honor person for the Olympics in Tokyo. It'll be cool if they implement fast travel. When Goku learns instant transmission, you can travel across the map. We said that in the video, Zach. I don't know if you saw that video or not, but we did bring that up, talking about instant transmission and stuff like that. So, and guys, if y'all here, man, please hit the like button. I never ask for likes, but hit the like button. That it pushes it up so more people can see the stream. Yeah, Nahum, we all need a playable demo. So that's a new question. Can they do Snake Way? Trust me, if it's a PS2 game, can do it. I believe they'll do Snake Way. I think we'll get to do Snake Way. So the question is this: will there be a beta or a demo? Appreciate that, Savage. I think that there will be okay, so betas are made generally to test out the servers. Games that are online will have betas. Games that are not online will have demos. Now the thing about a demo is we live in a generation now where they don't do a whole lot of gameplay demos. You think back to the PlayStation 2 days and stuff, they would. You know, it would be cool if I could go Kaioken Goku in the game. You can. B-Man, yeah, you'll be able to transform into Kaioken, bro. Like, that's in the game. They already said that that's going to be in the game. Kaioken, Super Saiyan, all of that's going to be in the game. You think there's a tournament as a... So, okay, I did a video where we showed the map, like Goku kind of moving around a little bit, showing the map. And I've heard other people who played the demo as well say that the World Tournament stage is on the map. So I think tournament is going to be a part of the gameplay some way, shape, form, or fashion. We also talked about that being a possibility of in-game with the tournaments and stuff like that. But can you have a Dragon Ball game without the tournament? No, because the Tenkaichi tournament is a foundational element to Dragon Ball. So no, Daniel, and we did a video proving that or not proving, but the surge mechanic is not going to take over for the transformation. The surge is too short for that. And Gogeta. Okay, that's cool for fighters. We knew Janemba was coming out because Nintendo leaked that, or was it Xbox this time? Yeah, CC2 doing it right, man. They should have been doing their games. What would we do on Snake Way? We'd run it, and then don't forget, Goku fell off of Snake Way and went to hell. So, or Home for Infinite Losers for the world, the Western censorship. You gonna be OP and Kaioken? Yeah, man. Yeah. But no, I don't think transformation is gonna be tied to the surge mechanic because the surge mechanic is too short. It's not long enough to support a transformation. And then also don't forget, like I said in that video, we saw in the trailer where Goku was already Super Saiyan and he did this surge thing. That was actual gameplay. Here's our most excited to play as. If it goes all the way, Vegeta, I am most excited to play with Vegeta. I love Vegeta, like that's my boy. You know, some people like Goku. I like Goku. He's not bad. But my favorite character is Vegeta, man. Should you get speed boost when you transform to be accurate? Yeah, I hope so. All of your stats should increase. So free battles in the tournament. Free battles. What do you mean by free battles, Darkstalker? Do you mean like multiplayer? Because they have confirmed it's a PvE game. So the biggest question everyone is asking if it's going to be more than just the Frieza Saga. Adrian, yes. The game is going to be more than the Frieza Saga. Like, it's either going to be on the main game or it's going to be through DLC. But when it's all said and done, it'll be more than Frieza. Majin Vegeta, yeah. CyberConnect said that they are working on in the manga store. They said the manga and the anime, Daniel. It's going to be a combination of both. That's why they said it's kind of like an all new story in a sense because no games have covered both the manga and the anime in one game. My favorite character didn't even. I think Goku Falling to Hell is canon. It was in the anime. I think it was in the manga too. Janemba and Gogeta Blue Fighters trailer is out. I have to go check that out. No, like single player, but against NPCs. Oh, yeah. I think that's the way the tournament will be. Yeah. Darkstalker, I agree. It would be trash if not. You're going to do a live stream when the game comes out? Yes, heck yeah. I'm going to do live streams and walkthroughs. Okay, so here's the thing, guys. I work at a school. I'm a paraprofessional. So I'm over like content mastery and stuff like that at a school. So when school starts back, my videos, I'm going to have them to where they upload in the morning before I go to school, before I go. And once the game comes out, then the live streams and all that stuff will be done in the evenings. But that's perfect because a lot of the subscribers are young too, and they'll be in school and stuff like that. Plus, it gives people time to get off work and all that kind of stuff. Did I like your return of sale idea? What was it? I didn't see it. I hope we also get to do the movie story. No movies are in the game. No movie characters. Unless they do them as DLC, but they've said no movie characters are in the game. Trashy reviews of no Boo Saga? I disagree with that. People may be upset if the Boo Saga wasn't in the game or something, but I'm telling y'all, even if this game goes up to Frieza Saga, there's going to be so much to do in this game. When people play it, they're not going to mind. Plus, if it's not an initial game, it's going to be DLC.
Well, I read people some clothes. You hear me?
Huh?
I get some people some clothes.
When? Oh.
Girl work it. Her son. She said.
Movies maybe DLC? Maybe. I'm going to say that's a big maybe. The movie characters are very popular, so it's possible, but we'll see. My favorite Dragon Ball game? Ooh. My favorite Dragon Ball game. I like Raging Blast 2 a lot. But I'm gonna have to go with Budokai 3 or Infinite World. People sleep on Infinite World, but Infinite World was really good. Legend of the Super Saiyan was really good too. It's a Super Nintendo game, but I really like playing that game. I still play that game. I don't know, man. IGN might let me know in the comment section down below what's y'all's favorite Dragon Ball games. Burst Limit had the potential to be awesome. They fell short on Burst Limit. They just didn't finish that game. Then I'm gonna have to go check out the trailer. Returning to Dragon Ball, and let's say Cell was blasted in outer space by Gohan. One of his cells are frozen and floated. I don't think they'll do that. That's a lot of what if type stuff. I mean, it would be cool, but as far as like the anime or something like that for Cell to return, I don't know. I think people will kind of start getting a little annoyed if they bring back another villain instead of making a brand new one. We kind of want to see some new stuff. So right now, Xenoverse 2, interesting. I don't like Xenoverse. Raging Blast 2 was slept on. Dude, I still got Raging Blast 2 right here on the PS3. Well, not this PS3, but this PS4. But y'all know what I'm saying. Burst Limit was dope. I used to play that game a lot. Dragon Ball Advance, I never played that. I didn't have a Game Boy Advance and all that stuff. I had a Game Boy, but I played Pokemon on it. Pokemon is awesome. Pokemon is awesome. Though you two, where you going? I know he's not as big as Moro, but still, I like it. I mean, I like the concept. It's always cool to see homages and stuff like that. But with the new introduction of the new universes, people kind of have a mindset that they want to see what's out there. Not, Frieza was brought back and they did a good job of that. But I think if they was to bring back another villain from the past, that it would kind of be like, ugh. If Cell came back in the anime, I'd like a major plot twist later anyway. They will make it to the Boo Saga. Yes, because there will be a lot of transformations. And that's another thing that I like that they're doing with Super is that they're kind of transitioning away from Goku's kind of taking his own path with his transformations, Ultra Instinct and stuff, and Vegeta is too with Blue Evolution. Okay, and then Black Saiyans. I mean. I'm black and I don't really care about them having no black Saiyans. There ain't no reason for them to be racial about it or nothing. I think that would just be socially awkward. I don't even know how I would feel about a black Saiyan. Like they had dark skinned Saiyans, but they ain't Naruto, but same game. But I forgot. This game is going to be Xenoverse Fighters Fuse. No, dude, I'm telling you, this game gonna be Dragon Ball Fighters. It ain't nothing gonna be like Dragon Ball Fighters, man. I know people compare it to Legacy of Goku. I compare it to Legend of the Super Saiyan, but dude, this game gonna kill Xenoverse because this game is what Xenoverse should have been. Xenoverse should have been an action RPG game with created characters. Xenoverse would have been the #1 selling Dragon Ball game of all time had they done that. But they did the stupid stuff by trying to make it multiplayer, and they messed it up because the story it leaves a lot to be desired. They marketed Xenoverse to make it seem like we was going to be able to actually have a factor in the story, but when we got the game, we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice. We couldn't affect the timeline and stuff like that. We didn't have a choice. We could have had the choice to become a villain or a hero. They left a lot on the table with Xenoverse, man. They left a lot on the table. They left a lot on the table with Xenoverse. Now, Xenoverse, if they do a Xenoverse 3, that would be smart for them to do it as kind of like an RPG kind of thing. But, and y'all, that's why I have an issue with multiplayer games, because when you make a multiplayer game, a lot of your resource have to go to the multiplayer element of the game, and the single player element misses out because of that. That's why this Dragon Ball FighterZ is going to have so much content, because it's a single player game. And I'm glad they made it single player, because they even said themselves, in a multiplayer game, you have balancing issues. And that's the truth. And you look at Xenoverse, so many balancing issues. There is no reason why Krillin should be able to beat Super Saiyan Goku. No reason at all for that, but it's in the game and it happens. Hang on, y'all. All right, man. My bad. It was somebody knocking on the door, man, trying to see who owned the trailer park where close to where we stay at. It's like, nah. Owner don't stay here. I don't want to own it. No, I wouldn't mind owning the trailer park, man. Owning property, man. That's where money at. But yeah, like I was saying with Xenoverse dropped the ball. I'm the only YouTuber that talks about the game. Yeah, we are, man. And we growing from it. So I'm not. Man, hey, it is what it is. They don't want to talk about it. I'd be happy to. My bad for knocking on your door. Whatever, dude. That wasn't you. I was like, who is this ringing the doorbell, man? That might shop you. Is that good power? But like I was saying with Xenoverse dropped the ball. Like if Xenoverse was the way that Fighters was, he didn't only have to follow the story. They could have still did the same storyline, but if they made it into an action RPG, where you can roam around, free roam, all that kind of stuff, dude, Xenoverse would have been awesome. But after you finish the story mode and max out your character, there's nothing left. Like, it ain't nothing to do. Like, I'm not a big multiplayer guy. I prefer single player games because you can do so much more with single player games. Now, I do like some multiplayer games. Like, I love Destiny. I play Destiny a lot too. You know, I'll play some sports games. I don't really even play them online. I'll play Destiny, but other than that, I'm not a big multiplayer guy. So that tease that Vegeta might stop using the God power. I don't want to spoil why unless y'all already seen that later chapter. I don't know. I wonder how training will work. Zach, me too. I have been waiting. I have been waiting to see what training would be like. I have been waiting to see what training would be like. Man, they have not talked about training. They showing a lot of screenshots of them eating and stuff like that. Now, what I don't want training to be, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about training. What I don't want training to be is like it is like here, right now. Perfect example. I'm training. My character isn't getting better. Technically, people will say, well, you're getting better because you're learning how to play the game. It's an RPG, bro. When Goku and them train, they got stronger. Their power levels increase and everything. That's what I want from training. I want training to actually mean something. I'm serious, dude. If I get into the game and training is just like this, where you're not doing nothing but playing the game, there's no benefit to your character from training, I'm going to be very upset. I'm gonna still play the game, of course, but I'm gonna be upset because I'm gonna be like, dude, why did you not make training matter? But if they make eating in the game matter, I find it hard to believe that they won't make training matter. I think training is gonna give your character some boost to his stats as well. Potentially, training could be the only way to increase your battle power, which would be super dope. Super dope, because eating doesn't increase your battle power. Eating doesn't increase your battle power. Leveling up does, but I think also there's such a big disparity. I think that only other way to increase your battle power is through training. Which if they do that, y'all, I am going to, I don't know, pass out from overhypeness. Because, dude, have you noticed when you eat, it increases your stats, but it doesn't increase anything about your battle power. So I think that training should increase your battle power, your power level, as well as whenever you level up. So the way that I would do training, Carito, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. Or yeah, appreciate that. But the way that I would do training is this. So say level 1, the max battle power you can have, say, is 1,000. So in order for you to increase past 1,000, you have to level up your character. If they do it, I think that's the best way to go about doing it. That way you don't just train all day, and in order for you to get stronger, you have to actually level up. I would like to do it that way. So I'm level 1, and my battle power, say, is 1. I could train it up to, say, 1,000. And I'm just paraphrasing because we know that your battle power isn't that high at level 1, because Goku and Piccolo was level 4 and 5, and their battle power was in the 300s. But I digress. So I don't know, man. Will we even be able to increase our battle power? I don't know. You know, maybe the only way to increase it is to level up. I hope not, because that would really take away from the game. But at the same time, it depends. If training gives you experience points and you can level up through training, like if you can like get experience points, because of course that's how you level up is through experience. If you can do training and you can get experience points, then you should be able to level up through training. Technically, it's the same thing. You're raising your battle power. Me personally, I just hope that you have some kind of control over what your power level is, aside from just leveling up in the game. Because, like I said, I hope that training in the game, you get to at least give us experience for training. At least give us that. And depending on what training you do, you can increase your defensive stats, or you can increase your offensive stats. That's what I hope. Can we go over 9,000 though? Man, I can't wait to hit that 9,000 subscriber mark, dude. I'm telling y'all right now, I'm gonna do something big. People roasting DBZ Kakarot's combat system. Dragon Ball games have the same combat system. Yeah, the combat system, it looks simplified when you watching it, but from people who I've talked to in the Cuba, I talked to him. He played the demo, and he said that it's kind of like Xenoverse. I mean, it's probably not as extensive, but it's very close. The combat system is not that far away from Xenoverse, and the developers, they said that as the game progresses, the combat system becomes a little more complex. So it's simplified at first, and then it gets a little bit more complex. And I believe the reason why is possibly because transformations and stuff like that. So if you eat too much, you should get the itis and from overtraining. Yeah, I hope so. I hate how CC2 and Bandai are so silent. They're silent because the game doesn't come out to next year. I mean, I will say this. I have been seeing more information roll out for the game. Not only that, but it's August, bro. They just announced the game in January, of course. Now, it was a long wait. From January all the way to E3 before we heard anything else. That was a long wait. But you got to think E3 was just 2 months ago. We've been hearing information trickle out here and there since then. So, introduce harder game levels, make enemies stronger. So, difficulty setting. That's a beautiful thing, Arion. That's difficulty. People talk about, will there be difficulty settings in the game? I don't know. Because you don't want the game to be too hard for people to play, but you don't want it to be too easy. I believe there will be difficulty settings. I think they should do a difficulty setting for the game. Only then would training matter. Yeah. I will continue to make my own version of the game on Dreams. Hey, that's all we can do, man. Everything that Nahum, everything that you see before you was somebody's thought. So if you're thinking something right now, guess what? Somebody else is. So hopefully somebody that makes video games is thinking the same thing that you're thinking, and then one day you'll have that game. Do more live streams like this one? I will. I've been meaning to, man. I don't know. I suck at playing Dragon Ball Fighters, but I know people don't come to the live streams to see the action. They come to hear it and engage in the conversation, which I'm greatly appreciative of. Y'all have no idea how appreciative I am. So, like, a little backstory on me, because I know I've never really told y'all much about myself unless you followed the channel since I was doing, it's Kaioken Super Saiyan Goku. Since I was doing Madden videos. Canon? Yes, Kaioken. He was in the anime, so I would say yeah. But I started out the channel doing like Madden videos, and it was doing good. The channel grew. We got up to like 1,200 subscribers doing Madden stuff, and I liked it. But EA is a company that doesn't care for their people, and they continue to put out the same game every year. Madden 20 is better, but I'm a franchise mode player. Like, I like single player stuff. I just do. And that game, franchise mode, they hadn't did anything with it, so I was like, I'm not gonna do this. I really love Dragon Ball, and even when I was doing Madden videos, I was sprinkling in some Dragon Ball stuff here and there, and I just decided to go full-fledged Dragon Ball. And whenever they announced Dragon Ball Project Z, I told myself that, man, this is the perfect time for me to get on something when it starts and stick with it all the way through. Because if you look at like Rhymestar, he jumped on Xenoverse when Xenoverse was first announced. Dado from Destiny, he started, I listened to his story in the car one day, and he was saying how Destiny was announced and he started doing videos on it when it was announced. And he took a chance, because when you do that, just like with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, I don't know if this game is going to be a success or a failure, and I'm banking my channel on that. You know what I'm saying? So you're taking a big chance in doing that, and you don't know how it's going to turn out. But I decided to do that, and I wanted to do videos every single day, which I have missed some days, but I've been very consistent here lately. And, you know, that's what got me started on that. And we went from 1,200 subscribers to where we at right now. Since January, we've gained over 1,500 subscribers. So it's been pretty cool, man, and I'm loving it. Like, I love Dragon Ball Z. I have ever since I was younger. I'm 31 years old right now, man. I've been watching Dragon Ball Z since I was in like the 5th grade, like 10, 11 years old, something like that. And I've been literally waiting for a game like this almost all my life, man. And so to finally have it, to be a part of it, and be one of the only content creators on YouTube that's talking about the game, like, that's dope, man. That's dope to me. I take pride in that, man. And I know, like, a guy like Rhymestyle, Rhymestyle hadn't even been talking about it, but he could do a video on this game and get 100,000 views. You know what I'm saying? Because he has the fan base for it. Whereas somebody like me, I don't have that base yet. So, do I think you can pick difficulty? I hope that you can. During replay, the game allows you to level up past normal strength, so it's not like be off script when playing, because no matter how much you do collect any of the Dragon Balls. Do I collect any Dragon Ball stuff? Yes. I have started collecting Dragon Ball stuff. I actually have on a Goku shirt right now. On the front it has the small logo signia for the Master Roshi, and on the back it has the King Kai, a giant King Kai signia. And then I have hats, I have posters, I have a Dragon Ball Super mug, I have some pops, I have a wallet. I got some Dragon Ball Z stuff. Not as much as I want, but I'm getting there. Cause I'm trying to get my game room together and all that. Cutscenes wise, Dragon Ball was chosen to be in CyberConnect's 2 hands because you needed to capture Dragon Ball Z art style. Perfect. Yes, CyberConnect 2 was the perfect. Like, when I found out they was doing this game, dude, I was like, oh my god, yes. I think we can agree of each other that we wished we could be Saiyans. Bro, I would be lying if I told y'all I didn't ever try to become a Super Saiyan, bro. I remember when I was younger, I was in my yard literally trying to transform into me and my brother trying to become a Super Saiyan. Which, another thing is, like, my brother passed away when he was 22. I was like 18 at the time. 19. I was 19 or 20. He was like 20. I was 21. I was 20. He was 22. He died in a car accident, but that was like my best friend in the world, man. And he was a big Dragon Ball Z fan too. We'd play the games together all the time. And man, I remember we was young. We was in the yard screaming, like, trying to be Super Saiyan. It was stupid, man. But we was kids. We had the wildest imaginations, bro. Like, we loved football too, and we dressed up we had pajamas on, and we stuffed them full of like socks and shirts to make football pads, and we was out in the yard playing football, man. Just crazy stuff like that. It's entering just because it would be nice to be able to set the difficulty setting. Yeah, I think we will. I appreciate that, man. I mean, it happens. We have death in all of our lives, so. But yeah, Night God, I don't see them. RPGs normally have difficulty settings. Like, even, I mean, you look at RPG games, they have difficulty settings. Now, actually, I don't know. Like, you look at a game like Destiny. Destiny doesn't have one. Story time with DM. Hey, man, B-Man, I'm gonna tell you, you better ask Night God. I got stories. I be telling stories all the time, man. Night God will tell you. Because he know from when I used to stream Madden and stuff, man. We always have really good conversations. Like, if you want to really get to know me, man, watch the streams. Because I open up a lot. Because I want people to get to know me, man. You know, because B-Man, perfect example, like what we talked about earlier. You don't really know people, man. And I want people to get to know me because I've been through a lot. Anxiety, depression, like all of that stuff. And ups, downs. I mean, we all have, but you see a lot of YouTubers and they fake a lot of stuff, and they, I don't like doing that. Huh? You know who fake and who not. Be real. For the most part, you know who if somebody faking something and if they not. But I like to be open and honest about a lot of stuff. Appreciate that, Devon. Like, if I have more power than the enemy part of the story, then it's super easy. But see, Night God, I thought about that too. And this is what he was talking about, kind of like a smart difficulty system, basically, where you can make the game as hard or as easy as you want. So, for example, if you want more of a challenge in the game, then you fight enemies being under level. But if you want the game to be easier, then you just get to a higher level and play through the game. But Night God, I will say this: the way that the game is made, no matter how strong a character you are, the boss fights have their own kind of adaptive difficulty, because there's certain mechanics in the boss fights that automatically put you at a disadvantage. like stuff that you can't do in the game that the bosses can do and stuff like that. So, do I think the game will have health evens, like if your leg is messed up through the fight? I don't think they'll do that. It would be cool, but I don't think they're gonna go that deep into it. I don't think they'll have like health events and stuff like that.
Somebody gave me a heart.
Where I did.
Look, a cake heart.
Oh, like I think right now DBZ Kakarot and Storm 4 are the best looking anime games. Reason I say is because they are good. They really do look good. And that's what I was saying, yeah. And I like it too. So like a difficulty setting in the game, um, like Destiny, the way that they do their difficulty setting is you have to be a certain light level or you have to be a certain level to do the content. And they have like different versions of it. So they have like a normal version and then they have like a heroic version. So they don't have a setting that you can go to in the game to change the difficulty, but rather whenever you playing stuff, you can play like the regular version of it or a harder version of that particular mission. That's how I be, bro. I'm telling you, exchange some good stories and stuff. Yeah, B man, we gonna talk, man. You like playing Destiny? I'm saying, B man, yeah, man. You gotta hit me up on that Destiny, man. I hadn't really been playing it that much since the Triumphs came out, but I like playing Destiny. I'm ready for Shadowkeep to come out. I wish they make a playable Frieza and adult Gohan, even if it's DLC. Hey, yeah, man. We gotta get on that Destiny too, man. That you, bro. DM is a real G. Honestly, you're just a great person to talk to. And strange, just put 2 cents in from earlier. Appreciate that, man. I appreciate that. That says a lot. Like I said, I try to be open and honest with people. One thing I will say for the new people, no cussing, no cussing, no N-words, no this, because there's kids that watch this, and also I'm trying to grow on YouTube, and I'm trying to be marketable to brands for sponsorships and brand deals and stuff, and it's tough to do that and be monetizing stuff when you have profanity or vulgar language. So keep that to a minimum, please, or keep it to a 0 actually. But do I believe this is going to be the best Dragon Ball game? Yes, I believe Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, and this is on the live stream, is going to be the best Dragon Ball game of all time. Who's the most useless character? Dragon Ball character? What do you mean, like fighting wise or just character wise? Because Pilar is pretty useless. And Oolong, Yamcha is comic relief. I've been watching for a while. I think it was 18, Night God. I think you came during 18. And y'all, I'm gonna tell you something. When Night God was on the channel, he's still here, of course, but when he started on the channel, I was like, I had got fired from GameStop and I was depressed, bro. I didn't have a job for like 3 months and stuff. Like, it was bad. And that live streaming Madden with them, and that got me through a lot of tough times, like real talk. That's when I like opened up. Like, that got me through a really tough time in my life. Night God, I talked to Goat the other day too on Instagram. He said he'd be watching the channel and stuff. He changed his name and stuff. But I talked to him the other day on Instagram. Launch should have been a good character. Launch should have, yeah. I remember winning a giveaway that really made my day, and I gave it back since I already pre-ordered that, man. Yeah, so let me tell y'all about that. Night God, that was you. So I did a Madden giveaway, which I'm going to do a giveaway for this game too, but Night God is here to tell y'all the legitimacy of my giveaways. They are legit. People do get the games. But I gave... Kyle, what's up, man? What's up, Kyle? So I gave away a copy of Madden. I gave away a couple of copies, I think, but Night God had already pre-ordered it, and so this is the community that I like, that I love, because he won the game, and he could have got the game and sold it or did whatever. He decided to give it away to somebody else for free because he had already pre-ordered it. And dude, like that right there, like That might sound corny, but that melted my heart, bro. Like that was real. I was like, dude, these people in this community on this channel with me, like this is why I do this. I love that, man. That right there was awesome. And then I think Trevor gave away a copy too because he already had it. I think you gave it to Trevor. Trevor gave it away. And then last Madden 19, I gave away the collector's edition for that, or the top edition. I gave away 2 of those. Why can't you play as Yamcha? Yamcha, I think the reason you can't play with Yamcha is because I would do the same. See, that's why you here, man. I told you keep your money for a later giveaway, and you gave it to another subscriber in that same live stream. Hey, but hey, yeah, man. Let me play with my boy Yamcha. TN is good in Dragon Ball FighterZ too. Don't sleep on TN. Yamcha isn't playable because Yamcha didn't really have a significant like thing in the game as far as by himself. He did fight against the Cybermen, but are you going to make him a playable character for one fight that he died in? You see what I'm saying? So that's why Yamcha's not in the game. Now, if it was a Dragon Ball based game, Yamcha would be a playable character. Krillin, Tien, you know what I'm saying? So time does fly, bro. I was sitting here the other day, Night God, thinking about that exact same thing. I was like, dude. I was like, how long have I been doing Madden videos? I was like, did I start on Madden 7 before Madden 17 came out? I did 17 and 18. I was like, no, I did. I started when Madden 17 came out, and then I did Madden 18 and Madden 19. Once Madden 19 came out, I stopped doing Madden videos a little bit after that. Was it Madden 19? Yeah, it was Madden 19. Yeah. Time does fly, and I'm glad you're still here, man. Will Majin Buu be a playable character? I don't know. We don't know yet. Toriyama has slept on TN. Dude, Toriyama slept on a lot of characters. Piccolo even, dude. Piccolo, man. Did you see the Team 4-Star EP when Yamcha died? Yes, dude. I love Team 4-Star. That is so hilarious to me. Do I got Madden 20, Kyle? I don't have it yet. I'm still playing it on EA Play. I mean EA Access. I don't have I didn't buy the game yet. I'm gonna get it though. I like Madden 20. Am I gonna do videos and stuff on it? No, man. My channel, I'm like dedicating everything to this Dragon Ball game because I'm happy with that. That's just being real. I was speaking truth. Madden 17.5. Yeah, I remember that Night, guy. That was true though, man. What do I prefer, manga or anime? Anime. I don't know. I like the manga. I like both of them. I hate comparing them because the manga, it's always fun reading comics and stuff like that, or manga as you call it. But I don't know. I can't stop thinking about Dragon Ball Z Kakarot because it looks so good. Cyber Connect 2 God tier. You can't beat them. Yes, man. I know. Kronk. Mr. Satan is greater than all Dragon Ball characters. Mega Tongue Blast attack. I like Hercule. I'm glad he ain't in the game though. Nah, he might be in the game. I used to think Tien was Krillin's dad. I feel like when you beat the game, you should be able to unlock the support characters through the characters. Yeah, but what are they gonna do though? See, that's the thing though. Anime gives manga life. I guess comparing the anime to a manga, time gone by. It have, Kyle. Time has went by a lot. Kyle was another one who's been here since day one almost. I love the gameplay to Madden 20, but there's no depth. I said the same thing, bro, and that's why I don't do videos on it. Since they say that entering the battles won't have no invisible walls in the entire... Yeah, but there's the thing, okay? So in the fights, y'all, it's a good thing to bring up, Nahum. There's no walls. Like right now I have a wall. I'm beating them up against a wall. Same thing in Xenoverse, you have a wall. The fights take place right there. I mean, there's a flash of a cutscene, not a cutscene, but there's a transition scene. And if y'all remember what I told y'all how I wanted the game to be? I said I wanted it to be to where there's basically like a cutscene like in a Pokemon battle. You're walking in the open world, but then it transitions into a fight screen whenever you get into the fights. I said I hope they do it that way. That way we can have cutscenes for our super and ultimate attacks, and that's exactly what they done. Now, the levels are so huge, the stages are so huge that they don't need walls, so you can basically fight anywhere. Imagine Mr. Satan as a playable character. He should be. Hoping for an overhaul of some. Yeah, man. Like QB1 Night God. QB1 has so much potential, dude. But as soon as you get drafted, that's it. And I still like the new stuff they did with franchise mode, but it gets repetitive really fast, and it leaves a lot to be desired at the end of the day. But the gameplay does make up for it. But they still left a lot on the table with QB1. Like, bro, QB1 was good. The story and stuff was really good. I just wish they let you do like a full college football season instead of just the playoffs. We need the memes and start making them. King Camp is like the same thing as Yamcha. Yeah, Yamcha go hard, bro. Yamcha was so popular that they made a possessed character of Yamcha for Dragon Ball Xenoverse because Yamcha was just that guy. Better give you credit. Credit for what? I did give you credit, Kyle. What you talking about? I told them you've been here since the beginning too. And that's crazy that I still remember a lot of the people. A lot of the people who used to be in the live streams and stuff like that. QB1 reminds me of how 2K does its intro. It's worthwhile. Yeah, my wife was there too. No, she did used to be there. She used to sit there and read the comments and all that stuff. The game is going to the Boo Saga. I hope they do the Super Spirit Bomb right. They will, dude. Only thing I've seen them do wrong in the game right now is Goku's outfit when he's fighting Raditz. Who would I have chosen as a playable character? I like the way they did the playable characters because being realistic when you think about it, Tien, Yamcha, and Krillin, they never had a big moment for themselves in the game. Tien's biggest moment in Dragon Ball Z was whenever he was fighting off Imperfect Cell. You know what I'm saying? So they've always been support. Krillin's always been support and stuff like that. So I got you, Kyle. I got you. PlayStation has profanity filter. I'm good. I'm glad they do. Cause I don't like cussing, man. I even tell people if you cussing and you subscribe, unsubscribe. Don't be subscribed to me and you cussing in the comments and stuff, huh? What? I cuss off of here.
Okay.
I ain't gonna even lie to y'all. I cuss. I cuss a lot. I'm not even gonna sit here and lie, but I don't do it on the channel. No, I use my sentence enhancers. You talk to me in person, you know. It depends on what mode I'm in. If I'm in professional mode, I ain't gonna cuss, but I be cussing at home. Shoot, y'all be cussing. You have kids, you gonna cuss. Think the graphics will be better when launched. The graphics are already good. I don't see why they would need to improve. Welcome to our Christian chat. No, but even before they did all of that profanity stuff on YouTube, you can ask Night God. I didn't allow that, man, because like I said, I'm trying to grow and I'm trying to be marketable to brands and stuff like that. And I want kids to be able to subscribe to the channel. And imagine, you know, a 7, 8 year old kid watching the live stream and they hear me cussing or they look in the comments and they see a bunch of explicit stuff and cursing and stuff like that. I don't want that because their parents will see that and they'll be like, you don't need to be watching that. So yes, no cussing, which nobody have, thankfully. And if you do, then you get blocked. So it's that simple. You get in here saying racist stuff and, you know, got to get that best censor on your channel. Yeah, I'll look into it. Can we have a role? I used to have a role. When I live stream more, I will. Trevor was another guy. He used to be my moderator. Trevor was kind of like the manager back then. He a Detroit Lions fan. He was on the Madden streams and stuff. He was my moderator. I understand why there's no cussing, and I really like how his community keeps it that way. I do too. Crazy thing is people get in here, like somebody new come in and start talking stupid. Everybody is like start getting after him. Like, dude, we don't do that here. Especially Kyle. Y'all don't want to make Kyle mad. Kyle will get after you in a hurry. Like, Kyle don't play. Keep it clean, man. But that's real talk because there are kids who come in and watch the channel. Like Daniel. Daniel, he's a lot older now. He's a little bit older now. Daniel and Rocket. You remember Rocket Night God? So, okay, let me tell you a funny story, man. So I was playing Madden, and there was a guy, a young kid. His name was Rocket, and he was playing with me. I was playing against him, a little subscriber showdown, and he got in trouble, man. The chat may get a bit wild. Yeah, I'm gonna have moderators and stuff at that point though. But it was on the live stream. We heard his mom getting on to him because he didn't clean up his room. And I told him in the chat. I mean, when he was playing with me, he was like, yeah, I gotta clean my room. I was like, man, you might want to go and clean up your room. But he wasn't listening to me. My favorite character is Vegeta. And it was funny because I kept telling him, but he didn't listen to me. And then his mom came in, and ooh, she got on his butt, man. And it was funny. Everybody in the comments was like, R.I.P. Rocket and stuff like that, dude. It was hilarious, man. They bringing back blood. So hyped to see Goku blood. Yes, they bringing back blood. They bringing back cut off arms and all that kind of stuff, which I don't know how they got over that in censorship, but I wonder what the rating of the game is gonna be. Like it ain't gonna be E for everyone, but know what Dragon Ball game is actually when you think about it. What? What is? But yeah, when Rocket got in trouble, that was funny. He had to get off and everything. His mama was cussing. She was mad. And the comment section went crazy, boy. It was hilarious. But I do want to say while we on the stream that I do appreciate all of the support, man. I really do. There go Chaosu. Oh, they bring him in just to die. It's crazy. And I think if you do it again, Chaosu don't come back. Let me see. Oh, I can't. I think you can only do that move once. M for mature. Yeah, you can only do that move once because Chaosu can only die once. That's pretty dope. Tien go hard though. Nah, it ain't gonna be M for mature. It may be though. I don't know. I doubt it. It ain't like it matter, man. I'm gonna tell you, when I used to work at GameStop, dude, we used to have so many parents come in like, I'm here to get GTA, and it's like, do you know that's Grand Theft Auto? And it was like, yeah, I know, and I know what the game is, I know what it's there, and da da da. I was like, all right, just trying to make sure, because them kids be lying to their parents to get Grand Theft Auto and stuff. You got to be careful, man. But parents don't care, and it's tough nowadays because when you turn on the TV, I mean, what do you think the kids see on TV? You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's accessible. They can go to YouTube and they hear cussing and provocative stuff. I mean, it's everywhere. You can't protect kids from that anymore. You like Tien versus Nappa? Yeah. I didn't know if you hold down that button that he splits into 4 people. I just figured that out. Don't judge me. But yeah, I need to do more live streams. I was just sitting here on the couch and I was like, I'm telling my wife, I said, I'm finna live stream. Yeah, Kyle, you do. After you get drafted, then you go to franchise mode with your, yeah. But I mean, then it becomes regular franchise mode, and that's why I say it leaves a lot to be desired. I hope the game doesn't block Spotify. But the game, Nahum, have you heard the soundtrack for the game? Like, dude, you ain't gonna want to listen to no Spotify, brother. You gonna want to listen to the chala. Let me quit singing if I get a copyright strike. Hold up, DM, finna watch Gogeta. Ooh, don't watch it yet. I wanna watch it. Can we have a role in the Area 51 raid? Collect Dragon Balls to wish We brought back to life. We Dragon Ball Flyers.
Magnificent Lord. They say he's not a perfect man.
Perfection is a matter of perspective. You planning on doing party matches? No. What you mean on this game or? I don't on this because I'm trying to focus on the conversation and I can't fight. You see me getting beat up by a computer. There are some cutscenes for after the season, like when I get to the Super Bowl and lost, they had the GFM cutscene talking about. Oh, okay, that's cool. I like Madden 20. I'm gonna get it. I just, it's not. I'm not head over heels for it. I'm not in a rush. I'll put it like that. But the gameplay looks really good and smooth. I like it. But I am going to be doing a giveaway for this game, y'all. So y'all want to stay tuned for that, man. I'm trying to wait. Well, I'm not trying to wait. I'm waiting to see what they're going to do as far as like a collector's edition and stuff like that. But I am going to be doing a giveaway. And you can ask Night God and Kyle. My giveaways are legit. If I tell you I'm going to give away a copy of something, I'm going to give away a copy of it. So I'm definitely, if we get to 9,000 subscribers before then,
Maybe you guys won't pay the rent.
nah, I'm paying my rent. I don't know what you talking about. I'm definitely gonna. I'm already gonna give away one copy, but if we hit 9,000 subscribers before then I'm gonna give away more than one. Which I guarantee you, I'm gonna do that if we hit 9,000 subs. My goal is to hit 9,000 by the end of this month. By the end of August, that's my goal. I want to be at 100. That's a lot. No, not when you think about it. When you think about how many people watch the videos that's not subscribed to the channel, that's not a lot. We already finna be at 3,500. We close to 3,500. So, would I still feel the same? I would, because that Legend of the Super Saiyan was a turn-based game, and I like Legend of the Super Saiyan. I like RPGs, and some RPGs are turn-based, so I'm okay with that. I would prefer it not to be, but if it was, I'd still be hyped for it. You want to listen to that Team Gohan Japanese theme? Y'all better be subscribed then. Yes, Davon, tell them you want to subscribe. If y'all are in the chat and you are not subscribed, click the subscribe button, man. What's my Dragon Ball voice line? Probably when Vegeta was fighting Pui Pui, and Pui Pui was like, "Have you noticed the gravity? It's 10 times that of Earth." And Vegeta was like, "Maybe if it was 500 times." He didn't say 500. I think he said like 400 or 100. If it was 100 times Earth gravity, you might have a shot. But 10, I hardly feel it. Like that right there, and then he charged, bro, and just blew his chest off. Like, man, that was the tier moment. Like that was probably my favorite voice line in Dragon Ball. Like that was dope. Vegeta, man, Vegeta, that's my boy, man. I was really upset that they let Goku beat Frieza and not give Vegeta that moment. Like Goku beat him the first time. Why would you not let Vegeta get his shot in, man? Get his redemption, you know? But whatever. There's one thing is saying always keeps his pride. Yeah, that was dope too. That then when Vegeta was talking about it being a Super Saiyan bargain sale. Will PyCon be in the game? Very interesting question. If the game does go to the boot cycle, which I believe that it will, I think PyCon will be more of a. I don't think PyCon. He might be in the game, but I don't think he'll be playable. I think PyCon will be more. Um, I think PyCon will be like a story mission or something like that. I don't see PyCon being a playable character. Only reason why is because he didn't do nothing. I mean, he fought Cell and Frieza in Hell with Goku, and aside from that, PyCon fought against Goku in the Otherworld tournament. So that's not enough for me to make him a playable or even a support character in the game, for that matter. He did, but it was renowned. Oh, I'm not. I'm more familiar with the original Funimation dub of DBZ than that any version of DBZ. I'm gonna tell y'all one thing. Y'all have to go back and watch the sub. I mean the original Japanese anime, because the Western thing, when they translate it to English, they do change a lot of stuff that takes away from what the real message was. Perfect example, in Dragon Ball Super, they don't call it Ultra Instinct. They call it Autonomous Instinct or something like that, and that just sounds lame. But you know, you hate Vegeta and the Android Saga? I love Vegeta and the Android Saga. I hate when he fought Cell and let him go. That made me mad. But maybe they will have story mode and adventure mode where you play as any character and do stuff that doesn't involve the story. I don't think they will. The game is, it's too much going on in the regular game for them to have like a separate game mode. I don't think they'll do that. It's possible, but I doubt it. I'd be surprised. I'll say it like that. I'll be surprised if they do that. I hope we do get to go to the other world, and I hope we do get to fight in the other world tournament. That'll be really dope. No other Dragon Ball game has done that. They need to take advantage of that. I believe they will. Remember this one, DM, every wish you keep as an echo. I don't remember that one. When did he say that? I'm like Chris, I'm not really a Dragon Ball fan. Yeah, I know. I love anime. I like anime. I've been watching anime ever since. I've been watching anime before I knew what anime was. Like, I was watching Sailor Moon. I used to love watching Sailor Moon and Pokemon. I didn't even know what anime was. Tired of what? Huh? Me watching what? Nah, because I've been watching Hunter x Hunter. If she sat down and watched it, she would like it. It's literally an anime for everything. They even have a cooking competition show anime. Be one of the people to showcase the game. Yeah, but is she a Dragon Ball fan though? That's the thing. I mean, getting people to promote your games is one thing, but if they're not even a fan of the game, then that don't make sense. I hope they get me to promote the game. That'll be awesome. Shout out Bandai Namco. I hope they capture the emotions of the anime. I think they will. CyberConnect 2 does a good job with their stories. Like, bro, I'm telling you, CyberConnect 2 you will feel like you are in the anime with CyberConnect 2. I guarantee you that. It was Gogeta non-canon version. Oh. She is? Okay, that's all I'm saying. I don't know if she is. If she's a fan of Dragon Ball, then yeah, that's cool to get somebody like that to promote it. There's a lot of NFL players that are fans of Dragon Ball too, and they actually had them help to promote Dragon Ball Fighters before it came out, so that'd be cool. What's the best wishes you can think of for the Dragon Balls in the game? Zenny, power, to be able to power up, make your character stronger, like gain levels. It'd be cool if some of the attacks, super attacks, or you have to wish for them. I'd be okay with that. There's gold coins in the game that I'm not sure what they're used for, and there's a possibility they could be like microtransaction kind of thing with the Z orbs and all of that. I'm pretty sure you could probably wish for more of the Z orbs because there's research and development. Guys, there's so much stuff that they have yet to talk about with this game that's in the game. Oh my gosh. So wow. And we did a video about that, about the Z orbs and microtransactions and stuff like that, so go check that out in the playlist, which has over 150 videos to date. That's how many videos we've done on this game already. I hope they can put GT in the game because it's canon. I want GT to be in the game too. I like GT. Super Saiyan 4, Goku and Vegeta. And Gogeta? What? And I think they should put GT and Super in the game because it's just going to extend the longevity of the game. GT in itself has a long enough story to extend the game. Playing as Goku, that'd be dope, man. And plus they have other locations so you could go to the other worlds and stuff. Wish for God or reviving characters for some fun game filler. Yeah, like you have to collect the Dragon Balls. Like if one of your support characters die, which I don't think they will because they don't even have a life bar, to be able to revive them or something like that. Gogeta could be an unlock when you beat the game and collect all the maybe. I don't think so because they didn't say that support characters wouldn't be in the game eventually. They said no support characters. Like the game is following the anime, so Dragon Ball AF they are not gonna do that as DLC. I can guarantee you that. Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 is a savage. He literally Omega Shenron with a troll command. Yeah, Gogeta Super Saiyan 4 was just dude. Fusion could be support action. It could. Fusion could be a support action. You're right about that. Because that would probably be the best way for them to implement Fusion into the game. Oh, that would be dope. Dark, yeah, yes, we gonna have to talk about that, man. Fusion. Let's do that for tomorrow's video, man. How about that? I forgot what we said we was gonna talk about anyway, but let's talk about fusions for tomorrow's video. So if y'all want to talk about how fusions will work in the game for tomorrow's video, let me know in the comments right now, because I think that merits a video to talk about fusions, because there's several different ways I can see fusions working. But that would be dope. Hold on, Dakari. I'm gonna have to take a picture of your name so you can get credit for that in tomorrow's video. I had to get a picture so I can remember to shout you out tomorrow for that. If they put the Busag in the game, it could. Bula. Time to find somebody on the map to fuse with while you hear him counting down. Well, he fused with Vegeta, so you know the Boo Saga. Like if they are going to put the Boo and the Cell Saga in the game. Like I said, I'm not even gonna. I need to stop talking like if they're gonna do it. It's either gonna be DLC or it's gonna just be in the game. So I think the new Saiyan form, Super Saiyan 4, what the new Broly did, the old Broly Saiyan form. Yeah, I think so too. I think if they did a new Super Saiyan form, yeah, the true Super Saiyan form, because remember Paragus said that Broly, it was basically like he was Ozaru, but he was in Ozaru, but he maintained his human form kind of thing, and that's like the true form of the Saiyans was the Ozaru kind of thing. I don't know. Super, I can't wait till Super comes back, dude. I hope they do the Moro. They probably will. They'll probably do Moro as a filler arc or something like that. And then probably get into Broly. I think Moro will be a filler arc, and then they'll branch off into Broly. They'll do an arc for Broly, which would be really dope because we'll get a lot of backstories and stuff like that. When do I think Super will come back? I don't know. Maybe next summer. I don't know, man. It need to come back though. Like it made a lot of money in Japan and it's still popular. Like they hadn't even finished the English dub of it yet. I think they got a couple of more episodes left. So I don't know when Super will come back, but I hope it come back soon. Cause I miss it. I still watch it Funimation. Also, if you have Funimation, and this is not sponsored by Funimation in any way, it'd be really cool if it was, but it's not. They have the Dragon Ball movies on there, Fukasu no F and Battle of Gods. They don't have the newest one. To be honest, Gogeta is way better than Vegeta. Always gets the job done. Reason. Well, power-wise, Vegeta is stronger. The Potara gives a more powerful fusion than the Metamora fusion, but I like Gogeta better than Vegeta. Gogeta looks way cooler. Yay, it's back up. My internet must have really messed up. No, Neo, my internet messed up. Yeah, my internet messed up. This Goku Black. They took all the movies off for a while. Then they added. Yeah, they did. They took them off and then they added them back. They back now. I was watching History of Trunks the other night. Probably watch it again tonight. My wife, she don't like that. No, she don't care. Sums up the debated DM 2019. Let's do random. How about that? Yeah, I watch Funimation, man. I wish they would come out with another season of Overlord and How Not to Summon a Demon Lord. Those are good animes. I like those. Overlord because I like seeing overpowered characters. Like that's just dope to me. One Punch Man season 2, I liked watching that. One Punch Man was good. They are catering a new generation. Some of the old generations may never seen. Yeah, they are, and that's why I said that they started at Dragon Ball Z. People ask that, and that's what I always tell them because Z was most of us got into Dragon Ball from watching Dragon Ball Z, and we had to go back and watch Dragon Ball, and then we watched GT and stuff like that. That's the gateway into the Dragon Ball universe is kind of easier with Dragon Ball Z because of the action and stuff like that. So I like the live stream. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. Whatever Gogeta fans say. I like that they bought Gogeta back. That was dope. I'm doing practice matches because I suck playing the game. I'm just doing practice matches because I'm not here to play the game. I'm just here for the conversation. Do you think it's stronger, One Punch Man or Goku? Okay, so here's the thing. One Punch Man, definitely, because he's like Rayleigh, if I'm pronouncing her name right. He's a pun character. He's a joke character. You know what I'm saying? He's a joke character. Like he's intended to beat everybody. It's a comedy. So if they was to do that, but y'all, I don't know, man. Goku and them is stronger than we think. If you ever watch Hunter x Hunter and Naruto, you know just how strong the Dragon Ball characters are. And I think I'm gonna do a video on that one day, talking about Nan and stuff like that from Hunter x Hunter, and how a lot of that is what we see in Dragon Ball. They just don't give names to it, like how they're able to see them moving fast and how they're able to hide their power levels and all of that. If you ever watch Hunter x Hunter and listen to what they talk about Nan, which is basically Ki, it's all the same thing, then you'll be like, wow, so that's how they're able to do that in Dragon Ball Z and stuff, but they don't ever say how they're able to do that in Dragon Ball Z though. So wasn't Dragon Ball also a tester and then fully kicked in? No, Dragon Ball was just Dragon Ball. It was Dragon Ball was the first thing. Dragon Ball came out before Dragon Ball Z did. Everything started with Dragon Ball. Superman versus Goku, Superman. He's always as strong as he needs to be. Yup. I don't like that whole, Goku Superman debate. Goku is Superman. They the same people, man. They got the same powers, the same story, coming from another planet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm gonna say Goku because I like Dragon Ball Z. Problems with how Goku can beat Superman. Can't figure several times faster than the speed of light. They already said that Goku is faster than the speed of light. Epic rap battles history. Epic rap battles of history. I don't know. I like SSJ9K. I like his rap battles. Will we be able to use the scouter when playing as Vegeta? Maybe. Vegeta, whenever we play, by the time in the story that we play with Vegeta, we won't have a scouter. Vegeta didn't have a scouter on Namek. He learned how to sense power levels. And they do have a power level sensor, and it worked just like we said it would work. Shout out to us, because you're able to see their power level. Like the evil characters have a big red key aura or whatever, and you can see all that. It's really dope. Yeah, a lot of people did a Goku versus Superman, Marvel versus DC.
Oh my god, the pool is literally great.
Break it then. Yeah.
Where the beach is
I don't know. There wasn't like two of them. A lot of them probably at the bottom. Yeah, Kui. That's gonna be fun. They let me know how in depth the game was whenever I saw Kui in the game. Neo, I appreciate that, man. I didn't even think. Well, it actually automatically posts to Twitter, but I should have made a separate post as well. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even think this many people would show up for the live stream right now. So I'm very, very appreciative. He had some scouter on Namek, but it was short amount of time. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not a long enough amount of time for us for them to give us one. They may give us one with Vegeta. Be able to use a scouter instead of sensing the power levels outright, but I don't,
They have baby sharks in there?
to track Kui. That's what he used it for. Yeah. Yeah, he did, didn't he? So I don't know. They might like we may have one at first, but we may lose it later on. No, you good, Kyle? I'm a slow reader. Yeah, Nahum, I do too. I wish they had implemented movie characters, maybe like special missions or something like that, like how Budokai did. After you beat the game and you play through it again, you play through it a certain way, and you get to fight Broly and Cooler and all of them. I wish they had did that because movie characters are big in Dragon Ball. They really are. Can a Master Ball catch a Spirit Ball? Man, all right. With side missions, do we think that's going to be just missions to gain experience or actually add more? Okay, so Neo, the side missions are going to add to the story. So, for example, if you want to hear more of like the extended lore, they're going to be done through side missions, not the main missions. There may be some main missions incorporated in that. If you look at the Piccolo gameplay, did y'all see all of the main mission icons on there? So the side quest mission icons are blue. Gito, what's up? So could that be DLC? The movie characters is possible. I don't think they will, but they could. It would be nice. But but yeah, I hope they do, man. But if you look at the go back and look at the Piccolo gameplay, if you look at the scouter in the top right, um, all of those icons was red, and those are considered main missions. So more than likely, it's like Piccolo probably had to fly around and talk to different people and stuff like that to try to find Gohan or something. I don't know, but the side quests are blue, and those weren't blue; those were red. So there was a lot of stuff to do. I have to go do chores. Have a good time here, man. We appreciate you for stopping in, Adrian. Really appreciate that. Turles DLC. Ooh, Turles. Turles is dope, man. They sleeping on Turles. They sleep on Turles. Y'all, this is what I was happy about. Is a lot of the stuff that we talked about is actually in the game. Hope they'll have the same facial expressions like Kui because he did it the same. I hope he does too. I hope he do too. That would be dope. He probably will, Nick. He probably will. He was good, but what about that Broly though? Broly, yeah, Broly. But Broly is powerful, man. Turles is slept on, man. I don't think we use the Dragon Balls to get stronger because in the anime they can't. Yeah, I don't know what the Dragon Balls would be used for. I can't wait to find out. They're obviously of big importance because they're on the main screen, like they're on your HUD.
Diana say, Diana say she wanna no, ring, arete aquí,
Where?
aquí.
No.
Crazy ass.
Your mom asked her to stay tonight or something.
To eat,
She asked her.
probably.
I keep thinking today's Sunday. I was gonna say no, they ain't got workouts anyway. Turtles was a real black Goku. Yeah. And that's what somebody was talking about. I think it was B Man talking about black. Somebody was saying about black Saiyans. Turles was technically a black Saiyan, I guess, if there was one. What were some major wishes in the old Dragon Ball games? I mean, technically, in the Dragon Ball games, it was mostly wishes was like to grow, to get stronger, or in the Rage and Blast games, when you got the Dragon Balls, that's how you got the moves like Meteor Crash for Goku. It's Sunday 2 a.m. here in the UK. Ew, it's Saturday. What time is it? What time is it, babe? 7. It's 8 o'clock here in America Central. And I know in like the Budokai games, that's how you unlock the breakthrough capsules that gave the players all the moves. So it's always been something to make the game better. Zeni, you can wish for Zeni and stuff like that as well. So I don't understand why 17 and 18 are still alive, but they can't wish back 16. I don't know. It isn't Sunday. No, Kyle. It felt like a Sunday. Yesterday felt like Saturday. Today felt like Sunday. But no, today is Saturday. Y'all ever watch those cell fights on YouTube? I think who does those? Team Four Star. Somebody from Team Four Star does those. Those things are hilarious, dude. I can sit there and watch them all day. I think 16 didn't come back because of how big. Probably. Jiren. Jiren is the only character that I bought DLC in this game. Infinite World might get surpassed by Kakarot finally. Infinite World was dope. I think what hurt Infinite World was the PlayStation 3 coming out. Infinite World was really, 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 really good. Now, one game that I liked the Tenkaichi games because, for example, whenever a character was fast, like they was really fast. So, perfect example, Gohan Super Saiyan 2, he was really fast in that game. And so was who else? Who was I'm thinking? Gogeta. Remember Birder? Birder, he was really fast. Like you could tell he was fast. Like his punches and stuff was real fast. I really like that they did that in the game. Now I did notice that Piccolo's fighting style is different than Goku's, so I am happy about that. That they giving the players different fighting styles. They're not the same generic punching and kicking. It's not. Piccolo's fighting style is different. He's not as fast as Goku is, but I do wonder too, like when you transform and stuff, will the character speed increase and stuff as well? Infinite World was Budokai 4 pretty much. It pretty much was, Nick. It pretty much was. Nick, Kyle, I've been thinking it was Sunday all day, man. I even told my wife it felt like Sunday by wishing with the Dragon Balls. Vegeta a gold digger. How Vegeta a gold digger? Don't be disrespectful to the prince. What's wrong with you? I like that right there. That's dope. I was like, how can you put that in fighters, but they can't have that in Xenoverse? Xenoverse missed the mark. I don't even want to bring that up. But regarding Piccolo, I'm really hoping they do the big moment of him joining with the other Namekian. With Kami, they probably will. And Nail on Namek, I'm pretty sure they'll do that because they're supposed to be doing with Gohan them fusing or getting their potential unleashed. I can't wait to see more of this game, dude. I'm so serious. I'm like so super stoked. Where's my other phone at?
Aquí, en el suelo.
Hmm?
En el suelo.
Where?
Aquí en the middle. Somewhere in the suelo.
Oh, why you just leave it on the floor?
Because no one seems to like agarrar.
I think what I'll probably do is set a day for us to do live streams so everybody can, kind of instead of just doing it random like I'm doing it now. Hope DBZ Kakarot has like a cinematic intro. Like I guarantee you, Nick, it will. I showed y'all a picture too that where a guy was playing it and he was talking. They showed like Goku and Piccolo kind of flying in and they was talking, and then it went to the dragon came on the screen and it went into something that was like a the introduction, like the intro where the announcer guy comes on and talks and says the episodes. They have that. That's gonna be in the game. So you are gonna kind of have that. Like I told y'all, it's gonna be like an episode kind of thing, like actually watching an episode of Dragon Ball Z kind of thing, which is dope. I'm excited.
I think that's gonna work next Saturday.
You grown? Why you asking me?
No, what you think?
That's up to you. You grown.
I mean, I really don't do much.
It would be nice if Xenoverse 2 custom characters could learn Master Ultra Instinct. I think they'd be doing too much at that point. Too many people flying around with Ultra Instinct. They need to stop making games with pre-transformed characters. Yes, I hate that, Dark. Man, I hate that. I hate that they. To me, that's very lazy. Because wouldn't it be fun to fight with Goku and be able to transform? I mean, they do have Goku where he could transform, but only up to Super Saiyan 3. And then they boast these big character rosters. Like, oh, we've got over 50 something characters. But it's like, yeah, you got variations of characters instead of just one character that can transform like they did in the Budokai series where Goku can transform from Super Saiyan 1 all the way up to Super Saiyan 4. Be on the opening channel. You should be on that as an opener on the channel this week. Dragon Ball DM Gaming 5. I missed that comment, Neo. I'm sorry. They have the OG episodes. Talking dude, enjoy this so much. Yeah, well, I don't think it's the older guy because he passed away. That one dude that used to do the episodes, Nick. But they do like the title comes up on the screen of the episode or whatever it is, and then you have the announcer guy, and then it goes into the actual game. Darkstalker, appreciate you for coming, man. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see what I was trying to read and I couldn't see it. Why Vegeta never learned Super Saiyan 3? Super Saiyan 3 was not meant to be a thing. It was kind of like a last minute kind of thing in a way. That's why they didn't really use it that much. I think Super Saiyan 3 had potential, but I like that Vegeta didn't. Like, it's cool. Like, now how Vegeta's kind of blazing his own path, not trying to learn Ultra Instinct, but going his own route. I like that. Because it did kind of get old starting to watch them go to the same thing together and stuff. I don't know. He didn't in canon, but in the games, yeah, he did in the games. Yeah, that's fan service type stuff. Broly even went Super Saiyan 3 in the games, which is unreal. Broly would be unstoppable. Definitely up to here with Infinite World with that. Yeah, they being very accurate with the game. Like, only thing they're not accurate about right now that I've seen is Goku's attire when he fights Raditz. I'm really hoping Toriyama will explain almost every plot holes for the DVD. He has a perfect chance to do that, Splinter Cell. He has a perfect chance to do that. Like, through the game, explain a lot of the plot holes. I've been trying to get like Geekdom to do a video with me because Geekdom is really big into the lore of Dragon Ball, and I would love for him to be on the channel and talk about the lore of the game and how Toriyama's working on it and stuff, and what plot holes and stuff could be talked about or covered in the game, just purely from a speculatory standpoint. But Geekdom won't reply. Man, he gets so many comments a day. He probably, I don't know. Yardrets might have some way of unlocking. I don't know. We'll see. One thing I miss about being in school is that I could keep up with it all day and miss my friends. Yeah, school days are awesome. Technically, I guess I'm going back to school days because I'll be at the school. So, who would be a better god of destruction? Vegeta. It depends on which Broly you talking about. No, Vegeta would. Vegeta has more sense. Broly is reckless. Now, if you look at the new Broly, he's more like Gohan. He's kind of forced to fight. That's not what he really wants. But so I would have to say Vegeta. Old Broly is too reckless. He would just kill people for the heck of it, and you don't want that as a god of destruction. There has to be balance. Go. I am in school. I have to teach at the school. Well, not teach. It's teacher's aide. It's paraprofessional is the technical term for it. So I have to do my videos at night, upload them in the morning, set them to upload in the morning, and then like live stream and all that stuff after work. I mean, it would be. Don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't make a very good god of destruction. He too hot headed. Vegeta would be more sensible. The Vegeta now is very sensible. Go Cowboys. I knew that was coming, Kyle. Y'all need to worry about getting y'all's running back back. I would like to see how Vados Vados is in Xenoverse. I think nowadays Vegeta would be. I would like to see them explore the Angels more. The Angels and the other gods of destruction. That would be dope. They got so much room to do a spin. Okay, so let me say this. This right now would be like if GT came out now. I think it would be a lot more successful because of how the other universes are. Because they could travel to the other universes and stuff as like a spin-off kind of thing. But I don't know. We'll see. Oh, you meant the anime? Okay. Baby and Majin Vegeta were the best versions of Vegeta. I like Majin Vegeta. Majin Vegeta was dope. When he killed them people in the arena, I was like, bro, Vegeta, what is you doing? But shoot, I mean, he knew that they could wish him back with the Dragon Balls, though. But when Goku was finna blast Supreme Kai, I was like, man, I love the Majin Buu saga. The Majin Buu saga was dope. Would ever do a series of Dragon Ball? I don't know. Yeah, that'd be cool. Alternate universes with a female Goku. Nah, I don't think of. I mean, you basically got a female Goku with Kefla. I mean, not Kefla, Kale and Caulifla. Caulifla. Kale is more Broly type. Like that's his protege, and then Kaba with Vegeta. Technically the same. Yeah, he was ruthless before. That's why I said the Vegeta now would make a good god of destruction. Majin Vegeta's speech to Gohan. It wasn't Majin Vegeta. It was regular Vegeta, wasn't it? That was talking to Gohan whenever they was on the trailer, or not the trailer, the ship. Tell him how weak he was. Gohan did get weak, man. Gohan got weak. You not sold on support characters? I like the way they did it because truthfully, those characters are support. Like Krillin, Tien, Yamcha, they're all support. They never had a main. Like in Budokai 3, we play with them and we do play through the fights that they was in, and that's cool. But being real about the anime and the manga, they're support characters at that point. So I don't have a problem with it. I mean, if they made them playable through DLC or something like that, it'd be cool. But I'm happy with them being support. Oh, and Dragon Ball Super. Well, that too. I mean, they gave them some shine with the Tournament of Power, utilizing their skills. Tournament of Power did a really good job of taking Dragon Ball and kind of making it to where everybody could compete in a sense, because it showed that it's not all about brute strength. It's about skill. That's why Goten and Trunks couldn't fight in the Tournament of Power. Yeah, Nick, we talked about that too. Like with Broly, basically that dark haired version being like a pre Super Saiyan 4 kind of transformation. Only thing about that is Broly transformed into Super Saiyan and was stronger, so it makes that form obsolete in a way. Unless they find a way to go deeper with it or something like that. But wishing back dead characters as support characters? I don't know. We're really supposed to be in it, but then change it to. I think they been. I think they always had planned on Frieza being in it. I think that Boo thing was just something to um, kind of like throw us off. A plot twist, yeah. That too, yeah. But also, you gotta think if Boo was in the tournament of power, I mean, it would have been too easy. He could have just won everything because Boo got like unlimited stamina. The androids do too, for that matter. But guys, I am going to end the live stream. We've been on here 2 hours. It's been a good 2 hours, real good 2 hours, and good conversation. It really went really well, and I'm happy about that. So I may live stream tomorrow, sometime, maybe for like an hour or something like that. We can get back on and discuss some stuff. Um, turn you into candy. Yeah, you can turn everybody into candy, basically. Yeah. So guys, I appreciate y'all for coming out, man. It's really, really good first Dragon Ball Z Kakarot live stream, even though we're not playing the game yet. But I appreciate all y'all for coming in, for stopping in, for talking. And like I said, I probably will get on here and stream tomorrow. I'm gonna let y'all know so everybody can kind of look out for that. But till next time, y'all. Peace.